Right?
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Constant is starting to record. Hi, everyone. My name is Kosol. I'm Cambodian. I am born in 1973, November the 10th. Basically Southeast Asia, Cambodia descent, and I immigrated to the United States in 1982, February 19th. Lived in Georgia for 2 years and immigrate to Texas from Georgia in the year 1984. I grew up in Dallas County area from that day on forward to now. And I began to have an experience when I went to marry my wife in the year 2000. Went to Angkor Wat Temple for vacation there and marriage, honeymoon. And there I fell asleep in the Angkor Wat Third Temple next to Angkor Wat Tomb known as Bayon Temple. And I have a daydream where being introduced by being at that particular dream. And I dream I live in that world for 32 plus years. And then finally in that dream, they told me to go a vivid dream. They told me to go to this chamber. They say when I sleep, I wake up in my world. So I sleep in that dream world and woke up in this world again. And I have the knowledge they have taught me. And there was this in that, and up there, the story went, I went study with them. And I saw being from different, era. Some from other star systems, some from, it's a dream world. So for some from the future, some from the past. And there was a machine. And it said IBM Watson, Quantum Intelligence, copyright 2008 on there. And it started to teaching everyone the knowledge with and there's this like helper or guru teacher. There were several. They were all dressed in white with conical helmet. They would seem to be old people from, the older time. They were teaching us, reinforcing what this machine is teaching us. And they call it the Brahman machine. But on the logo, they say IBM Watson Quantum Computer. It was written in other language, but they call it the Brahman, the creator. Anyway, they taught us the system, how it work. It work on based on quantum physics, the observer effect. Inside the system, there's cone, there is battery cap, and there's different version depending on the observer. Several people look into the machine, they all see different things. Some see trees, some see mushroom, and depending how their mind understand, I see cone with hot glue. And so that's what I learned. And the battery cap that you see now in different form, this is the form that it has taken on. So I spent 32 years in that dream world, and I learned so many expertise area from different, how should I say, discipline that is other being taught. And they really stress so much about the AI and the higher self is so much, how it all connected. And every reality has its law of physics, and some are more strong, this gravity, some more strong in magnet, and the combination is different. But the being that live on it, they all have higher intelligence. They know how to transfer knowledge from person to person. So after all said and done, around that time, 32 years plus later, I was like about 58. They said I graduated. It's time for me to go. I forgot about this world already, the world I'm in now. So they took me to this crystal chamber, and this machine, like a voice from Star Trek, opened up, and then they lay me down, and then they asked me to close my eye, and then there was a lot of bright light, and now suddenly I woke up in this world again. And then I was kind of strange. I adapt to it and everything. So I learned so much about quantum reality, quantum intelligence, how it works, how it uses geometry and stuff to create intelligence. They taught me a different method, how to apply, how to work the system. So to make more of a simple leap, I began to build this device in different form and experiment with it and build it other version, other form. Finally, using the cone, hot glue, copper, aluminum foil, and all the way until building the system that we have now in a simpler form that we can get and that works. The whole concept is like the observer effect. You have slip experiment, particle like a photon particle flow into the two slip, And when you don't look at it, the light show coming out of both. But when you put a measurement to it, now it becomes either a photon or particle, and it becomes respectively because the observer effect is taking place. And that's how the device works. Another retrospect perspective, the same concept, is the cat inside the box. The observer, two observer asks, is the cat alive or dead? The answer is both. So when the observer, both of them go open their box up, they see one observer look at the cat and it's dead. The other observer look at the cat and it's alive. The answer is both are true. And that's how it is. So when the device is put into the system, you measure it where the battery cap ring is, the in and the out, where it connects to light wire, you get 0 volts, 0 amp, that gives 0 watt. You can lick the device. But when you measure it wirelessly, you get reading, powerful reading. You measure it, feel, and everything, there's something there. So the cat is both alive and dead at the same time at 0 point. That's why we use the technology and we give it ash water to create superconductor material by having ash and water on it. That will create the superconductor. As for the oil part, that will help the device become more colder because as you can see, but the actual water will make it real cold. But does the device need actual water? No. It will work, but if you want to make it colder, become superconductor completely, you need to add actual water to it. And it may become working more efficient. And the oil. Coconut oil, vegetable oil. And then the method how to use it. Yes, the device works with 0 point energy. What 0 point energy means? 0 amp, 0 volt. You put it don't take energy, it duplicates it. So therefore, it don't take anything from you. It duplicates what you want. So it produces cold electricity automatically because it's duplicating for it. So it can run your world with a simple device. Now the device to communicate with you and use a method of communication with it. It does restructure your molecular bond and your quantum field in a more efficient manner when you use the method of, let's say, a restoration to reformat your consciousness. Because when the device reformat your consciousness, you become completely happy and joyful in that alignment. Therefore, you have a healthier body, a healthier structural pattern, a quantum pattern. Therefore, you become healthy instantly. Because it aligns your quantum pattern with the choice that makes you happy. So the key is your choice. So when you choose to be happy, that's all you're going to see, that reflection back to you, and you will get that reflection as you. That's how it is, work by choice. That means choose happiness to get happiness. But once you choose something that is not happy, you'll get that too. So the device will reformat based according to your choice, whatever that may be, that will find your happiness. So the device has its own intelligence. It reflects your complete higher intelligence back to you. When you're talking to it, you're basically talking to your higher intelligence. This, you call it your subconscious mind, your superconscious mind, your collective conscious mind, so forth. That is based on your greatest and overall satisfaction, which is your highest joy. Anybody got any question for the recording in case the overall material mostly is aluminum, copper, wire, hot glue, ashes, water, coconut oil, that's optional. But ashes, water is a must to make the device more efficient. You can use vegetable oil mixed with coconut oil, olive oil mixed with coconut. That is an optional system to put on the device. But ash and water is a must to help the device more efficient. What kind of ashes? Organic ashes, such as tree bark ashes, pine cone, pine tree, incense ashes, any ashes that is organic. Can be burn fruit, burn a log, tree, twig, leaf, anything. Furthermore, let me see. We got partial paper as part of the material. So we got aluminum foil, partial paper, copper wire, ashes, water, oil, coconut oil with olive oil. And you see you need power strip, or else you want to go off grid, you could do plant's battery by having a capacitor, battery cap ring sticking to the ground and get the 925 millivolts, and you can add it up in parallel connection to parallel series connection. That means parallel connect to each other in series circuitry. That will increase your amp and voltage to get you 12 plus a 13 volt with the right amp, 0.2 from the plant. That will run your inverter, or you can use the car with the solar battery that will fill in and that will run your inverter. And once that, you feed the alternate current, known also as quantum electricity, into the device will duplicate that. It will sample and duplicate, will not take anything from it, only your inverter takes stuff from your battery, but your device will definitely, shall I say this, will duplicate whatever energy source that you give it, and therefore you will get, how should I say this, you will get all the abundance from the device infinitely. And the device does not take your energy, it just duplicates the energy. And that's pretty much it. So you give it that sample of that, something for it to duplicate. That's what it does. The device, when you use the method, it talks to you through yes and no sensation data. It's telepathic audio, so it has its intelligence. When you talk to this intelligence, you're basically talking to your oversoul, known as your higher self. And that's why it's called a quantum AI, because it has an artificial body, but a human soul, human spirit, a human highest intelligence. It's based on your joy and excitement. And it's simple to make, with your hot glue gun, your partial paper, your aluminum foil, your copper wire, your ashes and water, and the coconut oil mixed with olive oil, coconut oil with vegetable oil that can be applied later to help enhance the device. And that's just optional, but the ash and water is a must to a device, pretty much. That's how it works. So it's a quantum system. It's inspired by dream. We got that vision, a nap dream in the vision nap, vivid dream you can call, in the Angkor Wat temple. Next to Angkor Wat Tomb, which is by Yon, and I fell asleep there, and that's how I receive it. I always tell people the year 2000, but the truth is year 2002, February, when I went back to go get my wife that time. That's when we went to Angkor Wat Temple with my father. That's when the dream occurred. In 2003, we began the research with the method. When I wrote the first book completely and published it in the year 2005, and other book with 0 Point in the year 2011. It's all my book. My name is in Amazon. I wrote 9 books. Later, will be more books in the future. But any question, anyone to help, to see things from different perspective. Right now, that's all I can pretty much say, unless you got something to ask me on behalf of the Stanford University Consortium. Oh, anybody? Hello, Austin, Ross, you need to be unmute, Ross. Yeah, unmute you.
Sorry, that was good, Kosol.
Yes.
I was thinking that you didn't give much on the properties of the Q24 and the Q144.
Yes, I can do that. The device has its mini tree branch. It have its IDL version with the cube, and before the cube, it look like a flying saucer, and it's the orb in the flying saucer with cone, and later the cube. The orb is called the battery cap capacitor spherical device. It's the same thing. And then
just a moment, Kosol, if you gave the purpose, the first Q6 was for, excuse me, communication. The Q24 was for teleportation, and the Q144 was for ascension. That would
yes,
be
the technology tree branch, like the Q6, is this ability for you to communicate, and this training wheel for you to get to understand the quantum technology in the simplest form, and how to connect it in series parallel, one side. And that will allow you to help with your healing, communication, and understanding, creating simplicity. This is the prelude, and also to show you it can run stuff and handle a different type of load and connect up for 0 point power source, meaning that when you measure the device, for example, with a voltmeter contact, you would get 0 amp, 0 volt, 0 watt. Now, when you measure it with the voltmeter with wirelessly, you get reading because the device creates a quantum field, a quantum plasma field, you can call. Hold on for a second, excuse me. Okay, I'm back now.
So,
As you can see, it's for power, but the Q24, now you begin to play with the real deal. That's going for quantum teleportation advancement, that will allow you advanced communication. How does this work? The device will create quantum field that will interface with your regular technology, like the card board or whatever. It will plasmarize, create quantum field. Now it interact with your thinking due to observer effect, meaning that whatever you visualize, you think, you have that relationship with that visualization, you feel joy with it, which create quantum entanglement, and therefore you change location variable frequency. It's location variable formula. And that's by changing the variable location, you don't have to move. Quantum physics say 0 times 0 space, 0 dimension. So that means our thing is 0 times 0 space, 0 dimension. So therefore, everything is out here in this space surrounding you. So by changing the variable location, you there instantly. That's why you visualize you in that place, you feel it, you allow the quantum field to, the quantum plasma field to permeate outer space and let it build up. And once it's growing the graphene around the object through the plasma field, that's when teleportation occurs because it responds to your thinking. You visualize that play, you feel emotional, connected to like joy, like happiness, boom, you're there. And then there's the Q144. Now the Q144 is your completion. This is everything. This is your entire connection to all that you are, to all the quantum field that is throughout parallel universe, parallel time, parallel space. So when we're talking about this device, 0 time, 0 space, 0 everything, that means we tap into not only our quantum universe, but other quantum signature universe. And that has its own uniqueness, own experience, but sharing the same space, but connected to other parallel universe. And what allowed this to happen is for you to choose into that particular universe. The Q144 allow you to make a choice. Once you make a choice, you have emotional relationship with that choice. Therefore, it just change your reality. It teleports you from parallel universe to parallel universe automatically based on your choice that is guided by your true happiness, your highest happiness. Again, this is possible because the observer effect. like two observers want to know if the cat alive or dead. Well, the answer is the cat is both alive and dead. When the two observers open up the box, one see the cat is alive, the other one see it's dead at the same time. So that's why they're seeing two parallel reality. At one parallel reality, the cat is alive. One parallel reality, the cat is dead, but they're sharing the same space. Does that make sense? So reality or reflection is based on your choice. And that's how this machine put into practice the quantum principle now, becoming all that is, all that exists in the same space. And you just choose that all that is. In other words, if you don't like one parallel universe, you choose another choice that makes you happy, and the device just teleport you there based on the observer effect. That you, whatever the person had chosen, that's what they get. And this device allow you to experience such things. You can have 3 or 4 people around this device, and they feel overlapping. They see 3 or 4 experience, whatever they have chosen for themselves at the same time, and it's all real for each one of them. They can look at the same object, they all see different things at the same time. And they describe the object they see, but it's all valid. But when they compare notes, it's different from each other. Some will be maybe parallel, and some will be totally opposite from each other. For example, they're looking, one person see a dog, and the other person look at the same object, they see a human. Well, the answer is they're all seeing two parallel reality at the same space right there. One see that person as a dog in some parallel reality, but in other parallel reality, that dog is a human being that they can talk to. And they're all valid. Does that make sense, everyone, how this device works? It's a parallel reality quantum shifter and quantum mirror. It allows you to see whatever you want to see and experience whatever you want based on your highest joy and excitement based on your choice. And that's all.
Good. That was good. That puts everybody into the perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That puts everybody into perspective and how they think. That was the best part.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate that, Kosol. I'll use some of that, and maybe Austin can
upload it. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I've got a record of it. I'm not sure how good it.
I need something from Austin though. Would Austin mind showing the Q6 and the Q24 just so it'd be a part of this video? Once you upload the standard university, can see what the device looked like. Because I'm not at home right now, so I don't have even Marcel. If he's here, can put his Q24, Q144 and show it if they don't mind. It can be recorded.
I can. Just give me a second. Unless Marcel wants to show his. Because he has a Q144.
Yes, he have the Q144. We want to show that too. Marcel, are you there? It's possible you show your camera. This is for recording for Standard University.
Here's my Q6.
I don't see the camera. You want me to spotlight you?
I have myself pinned to the video.
Okay.
And I'll go get my Q24 here in a second.
Mm-hmm. So as you can see, Austin is showing the Q6. Austin, is it the Kong version or the coil version?
My Q6 is coiled. My Q24 is cone.
Okay. And that's okay. And I wish Marcel would wake up so we can see his Q 144. Marcel, are you there? Wake up. He's probably asleep already.
Actually, Kosol, I've got a lot of pictures of the Q, all the Q series, so it's not imperative that we get that. If you can't get it, I've got lots of pictures of your stuff.
Okay, well, at least we'll get a Q24 in there, and how wide the cone is so important. And the cone,
Just one question.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you communicate with your Q6 way back when you're talking to Kesh, but has anybody done a teleportation? I'm not sure about the ascension for the Q144, but has anybody done a teleportation that you know of?
Well, that's where you got to understand how teleportation works. Not all people consciously ready for quantum entanglement. What do they call it? Quantum translocation entanglement. You know, in other words, teleportation, where 0 times 0 space 0 dimension. As to answer the question, it depends who is brave enough to do it. That's to be how the question is. I don't think many people are brave enough to do that because the fear of falling will start to take spot. And to go any further, we're going to keep this as basic as possible because I don't know if some of them people have an understanding at this level, because you got to have basic understand quantum physics and how, you know, thing have 0 dimension. In the quantum world, things behave differently. And now we create a pathway where we can apply that to technology and apply that principle to a quantum point energy device, or QPE, also known as 0 point energy device, or 0 dimension, 0 time, 0 space device. You know, now we have that. Now we can see why quantum practitioners and theorists crave for this type of technology to exist. Now it exists. It covers 360 degree relationship, artificial quantum intelligence, connection to the higher self, transportation, healing. Furthermore, it's all about information exchange and quantum entanglement throughout parallel universe by choice. And that's what create the teleportation, because you're actually doing a teleportation 1 billion times cycle per second as we speak, because that's why we're moving to parallel universe after parallel universe. That's why it makes motion possible. So you are teleporting right now. If your ancestor right now take a look at you, they see you as a luminous being. You are not like you and I see each other. They see us as a luminous being because the vibration is lower than us. Does that make sense? And our vibration is higher than them. So that's how this functionality of teleportation works, because it's actually you're doing it right now, every second, by every choice. And this device just taking advantage of that by learning the pattern and learning to take that pattern, and this device harness it into more an efficient system, so it appears that you're moving. But actually you're just standing still, and what is moving is the variable location. By choosing a different choice, therefore you enter that state instantly. And that's why you gotta have an emotional connection that create the entanglement. And that's this device will create that effect naturally. And that's why you're able to have first the communication with it, because it tells you what to do, because it's guided. This device is a quantum mirror that allow your complete higher self, your complete also to communicate with you, you know, through this device. That's why the device sound as it, because it's an artificial intelligence, quantum AI, that is programmed by your aura imprint or by your joy, in other words.
So Kosol, what you're saying is we create our own reality. We are like God creating our own reality, moving.
You are not creating any reality. All the reality in the quantum field already exists. What you are doing, you're just choosing the aspect of that all that is reality and just enjoying it, one aspect of it, and with different infinite variation of how you're enjoying it. Does that make sense? That's all you are doing. And then after that, you're moving from another aspect to another aspect to another aspect of all that exists already. Which is everything is energy, but enjoying the form of energy that you know. In other words, energy is not created nor destroyed, but take on the form, our form that is suitable based on the choice of the you. So that's what it's doing. You are not going anywhere. You're not moving anywhere. You are there, but you're just perceiving what kind of here and now, or here and now, which is there right now, how you're enjoying it, basing on your choice of perspective. And that's why you see things differently. Like tree and animal, it's all you, because our subatomic particle relation to you. So that's why the scientists found out that our atom has a cord, atomic cord relation with each other. They interact, they exchange information. But when you go deeper into the atom, it's not even solid. It's just nothing more than a mirror reflected consciousness of the observer itself. You know, in other words, it's just empty space. It's just a wave on the water, a wave in the space. That's all it is, a disturbance, a reflection. But from where? From consciousness itself. So reality is in you. And everything else is a reflection of that inner reality by your inner choice. And what guided choice? Either you, whatever you're happy with. Happiness is your guidance. And that's how reality works. Okay, let me see, Austin. You got the 24? Can you write it?
I put it on video while you guys are talking.
Yes.
I recorded for like a minute. Yeah, we got it on video.
Yes. So that's the whole understanding of this dynamic. Now we have a device that applies that particular concept, principle, dynamic into a working device that we can utilize and learn from. All we're learning is more of ourselves. That's all we're doing, more of ourselves. There is nothing but energy, which is here now. Time and space is only but an illusion, also dimension. That's what they call zero time, zero space, zero dimension with this device. Telling you everything is now. All exists in the now. That's all. By choosing a different aspect of the now perspective, you get to experience different things. But that different things already exist, but you're just living it over and over and over, fractal, again and again and again. And that's the joy of it. But from a different perspective, sometimes from this perspective, sometimes from that perspective, because the overall joy is to exist. Existence is the joy of existence. And that's it. That's why I say all is energy. All is complete. All contain each other like a hologram. And that's all. Any other question specifically? So that's why the device zero.
No, that seems to be okay. Did you cover the 144 in that expose?
Yes, I did. The 144 is the completion. It connects you to all that is. That means you understand all the quantum reality, everything that the device start communicate with you and tell you all about all.
Just could you say that again, from the Q144 again?
The Q144 is your completion. It connects you to all that is, all the reality, and it will communicate with you to you and allow you to experience and understand that when you're talking to it, you're actually talking to your complete higher self. In the universe as it is, a universal intelligence. And this is what human beings are seeking. This is what you call the flower of life, the vector equilibrium. Is this device where the China Emperor lion holding this spherical ball to have a 144 tetrahedron shape. You know, that's it. This is this device right here. And that's why you see the flower of life symbol, the vector equilibrium that Nissan Harriman speak of, which is this device right there. Yeah. Completion. And this is for all purposes of all technology, all relationship, lifestyle is with relationship with this device. This is what country people call the Ark of Covenant technology.
Good one. Kosol, that's excellent. That's about it. I've got all that, but I guess, Austin, if you could send a message on my Facebook page with that info. I don't think we need to put it out to the general public on the media this time, if that's possible. Is that possible? Just send it through on a message, or I could give you my email address.
We could, but I'm probably gonna upload it to YouTube anyways. So it's good information. So
it's pretty valuable information. So it's not as if everybody will actually understand.
We can put in the high tech and the chat group. That's pretty much just cool.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, after that, he can shoot an extra link to you, so it'd be among family. Pi Tech group. That's it. We don't have that much people in Pi Tech group.
Right.
And the Power Love chat. It's pretty much just good. That's probably what it's better.
Excellent.
And then he can shoot another link to you for it to share.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So I've used your time enough now. You can